Yeah.
Here we go.
Nigeria's come on to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and voice, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Thank you very much, Active Projectile Limited. That was the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I welcome you to today's program. And it is my hope that by the time we finish up with the program of today, all of us will have the cause to be satisfied and enjoy the presentation. At this moment, I would like to call on the Acting Director of Museums at the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, Malam Abdul Mohammed Gimba, to please present a welcome address to this gathering. Malam Abdul Mohammed Gimba, you are on the floor to present a welcome address to this gathering, please. Malam Abdul Mohammed Gimba, the Acting Director of Museums at the National Commission for Museums and Monuments.
Hello, I say thank you very much, Mr. Daposijuaje. Can you hear me now?
Thank you. I'm hearing you now, please.
I say on behalf of my Director General, Professor Abba Isa Tijani, I want to welcome you all to today's program. Like I rightly said last week, this program will continue from this January till the end of December. And it's a full package program. Like this evening program now is featuring a lot of things to the delight of members. And some of these things are a tour of slave history museums. We have art exhibition, and we have fast fingers to win research cards and other prizes. Like I told you, the MC said that in the midst of COVID-19, the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, in conjunction with Active Projector, don't want to leave you at home without anything. And that is why we'll be bringing the museum to your doorsteps so that you will not miss anything despite the COVID-19 syndrome. So on behalf of everybody that is here, that is Friends of the Museums, we want you to subscribe so that you will not have a dull moment. Subscribe so that you can see every weekend program from the National Commission for Museums and Monuments. Like the director said the other time, the money is very small, and I'm very sure she's going to read how much some of you are supposed to pay to subscribe to this very program. In the light of the above, I want to say enjoy yourself and happy viewing. Thank you very much.
Prince Chijuade, you're actually muted. Please, can you unmute yourself?
Okay. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that was the acting director of museums, Malam Abdul Mohammed Gimba, who just spoke to us. We thank you very much for coming on this program, and we hope that we will all have good experiences at the end of today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, those of us who have been coming online to participate in this program, we are using this platform bring the museum to your doorstep, through which you can teach yourselves and teach your children and teach your offsprings. They need to be part of what happens at home. They need to be part of their culture. They need
Sorry, you're muted. You're muted. Prince Chijuade, you're muted. You're muted.
Okay, are you with me now? Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I say thank you for joining us on this show today. At this moment, we want to move on to the next item on the program. The next item here is going to be presented by Mr. Abdulateef Bello. Mr. Abdulateef Bello is a staff of the Education Department of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, and he is going to be the person to present to us museums education redos in museums education. Mr. Abdulateef Bello, you have the floor. You have the floor, please. Mr. Abdulateef Bello, you have the floor to present museums education redo.
Is Mr. Abdulateef here? Okay, while we wait for him, I think we can just move on quickly to the next one, which is the reason for the collaboration between the active projectile and the national museums. So good evening, everybody, once again. My name is Mrs. Adeshola Oyiloye Undu. I'm a director at Active Projectile Limited. I'll say this clearly that it's really a pleasure to have everyone here. We seem to be filling the room quickly. I mean, it's very quick. We were thinking we needed to wait another 10 minutes, but I mean, the way everyone turned up, we are really, really happy to have and excited to have everyone around here. Now, like the acting director museums mentioned, the new normal brought about the collaboration with Active Projectile Limited and between the Active Projectile Limited and the National Commission for Museums and Monuments for a virtual museum platform. Now, this aims at bringing onto everyone. The aim of this program is actually to bring to your doorstep, to your bedroom, to your offices, everywhere you are, at your own convenience, the educational and the cultural programs of the museums. Now, like the acting director museums mentioned, I mean, during the lockdown, we've always had some collaboration in other programs, but during the lockdown, we felt that, I mean, our clients should not miss out because everywhere is locked down. And of course, as we would have seen outside the country, everyone is, I mean, all the museums in the developed countries are all also moving their programs on virtual platforms. So we've attended a lot of webinars and we realized that this is very, very important also for Nigeria. Of course, at the moment, it's also making it possible for Nigerians in diaspora, especially, to also be part of this program. Nigerians in diaspora, schools, individuals, organizations. Now, the way we have this program is you could visit 12 museums in a year. I mean, if I had to, I don't think in all my years of being alive, I've been able to visit 12 museums. The virtual programs that we are putting up now, everyone will be able to visit at least 12 at least 10 museums in a year. And with this, I'm going to share my screen as we have put up a lot of programs on our website. The website is museums, and we're going to put that up at some time, museumsvirtualfriends.com.ng. I'm going to share my screen now so that we can all get to see it. Just a minute. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Sure. Okay, can we all see my screen? Now, this is www.museumsvirtualfriends.com.ng. museumsvirtualfriends.com.ng. Now, as we can see, we will quickly take us through some of the items that are there that we all need to know about. Now, we have the calendar of events. We call it a stop shop for so many programs of the museums. We have the calendar of events, we have the museum shop, we have video rental. So for instance, like today, we are going to showcase the slave history museum. If after this program, everyone still wants to go back to access this virtual tour that we show today, all we need to do is just to come to museumsvirtualfriends.com.ng and click on the Rent a Museum's video. And it's going to take us right here to this place. From here, you can rent a video of the museum. Now, this is available either you're using your Android or you're using your laptop or you're using your desktop. All you need to do is when you get here, just click on this. And depending on type of system you're using, you're going to see all the videos that have been uploaded. This is Benin Museum 2. This is one of the programs we did earlier on. This is National Museums Owo, Meduguri. And if you click on this arrow, we're going to see other museums come up. This is Kano, this is Port Harcourt, this is 20 minutes of Mina Museums. And all these are so to be subscribed for. I mean, if you pay for it, some of them are as little as 500 naira, some of them are 1,000, some 3,000, some 5,000. They are going to stay with you for 2 days, 48 hours. After when you can, you have enough time really to go through them, whichever one you want to. And the beauty of this is that you can actually have a trailer of the museum. So for instance, if I want the Mina Museums, for instance, I'll just click on this. And I'm going to have a 20-second trailer to enable me take a decision if I want to take on the video or not. So let us just wait for the trailer to come on. Yeah, it's loading now, but we might have to come back to that. I'm sure it will come on before I finish this presentation. This particular one, because it's actually 20 minutes, it's going for 5,000 naira. The ones that are of maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, depending on their presentation and all that, they could be 500 naira. Some are 5,000 naira and all that. So we have the opportunity to actually subscribe to the one that we want. And like I said, there will be a trailer. You can see a 20-second trailer of any of the tours that you want to subscribe to. And you would actually, you can see a 20-second trailer to enable you determine whether you want to take it or not. So anybody can just go through, everybody can go through. Now, for instance, this is Port Harcourt, and this is the 20 seconds trailer of it. So you're going to see after 20 seconds, is this something I want? Is this something I want to buy or not? If you think you're not happy with it, you can go to another museum tour on this page. That was just for 20 seconds. They all have 20 seconds trailer. This was, so if you want another one, one good thing about this program is that, I mean, the virtual tour is that if you're not satisfied with the 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes tour that you're seeing, you will have opportunity to attend 2 hours program on the days that the program is slotted. This can This is the calendar of events. Can we all mute our devices, please? This is the calendar of events, and it's been programmed from January to December 2021. I'm going to go into the membership platform now. Just a moment, please. So now I want to go quickly to the membership page. The membership page allows for everyone to take a decision on the type of membership that we want to subscribe to. The list is 2,000 naira per annum, please, not per month. It is per annum. And with 2,000 naira, every member who pays for this is entitled to the tours, all the tours of the national museums that we do every week, every month, once a month. Is also entitled to language classes and cultural / educational programs. Now, the next one, which is the bronze plan, is 10,000 naira per annum. We said this one is suitable for couples. We said perfect for couples. The one for 2,000 naira per annum we say it's perfect for individuals, pupils, and students. Now, this one that is 10,000 naira, which is the bronze membership, the bronze membership is perfect for couples. The reason why we said it's perfect for couples is because of the programs that comes with it. Now, one of the programs that comes with it is that you enjoy cultural and educational programs. Again, you enjoy the tour of the museums, language classes, you enjoy vocational classes. We didn't have vocational classes in the basic plan, which is the 2001, but we have it in the bronze membership plan. We also have one couple evening. The couple evening is going to come up on Valentine's Day, and that was why we said it's actually perfect for couples. So this actually in essence means that couples are actually paying 5,000 naira per person. Now, the next one is the annual silver membership. It's a little different from the bronze membership, in the sense that you get to, your members will be entitled to, members will be entitled to cultural and educational programs. They will also be entitled to the tour of the museums, languages classes, cookery classes, and then certain vocational classes, interest breakout sessions. So at some point there will be breakout sessions where people can have interest-based topics. Now, another thing that these people on this platform will be entitled to is 2 public holiday treats. One of it includes a drama coming up in June and some other holiday treats. Now, they will also be entitled to the same thing as the bronze, which is the couples evening. Now, like we said, if an individual do not have to pay 50,000, it is clearly stated there that it is meant for individuals or groups, not more than 5 persons. So invariably, if you have 5 friends that want to subscribe to this, invariably what you are paying is just 10,000 naira per person, not 50,000 naira per person. So people can come up as a pool and subscribe to this program. Another one is the annual gold membership. This can take up to 10 persons on this group. Either a person, if a person wants to pay, if a person wants to pay 200,000 naira, that's fine, but up to 10 persons can come together to subscribe for this. So invariably, they are just paying 20,000 naira per person. And this entitles them to all these programs. It entitles them to cultural, educational programs that we have, the tour of the museums, language classes, cookery classes, certain vocational classes, breakout sessions as well, 4 public holiday treats, and a comedy night. Just for 20,000 naira per person, if there are a pool of 10 people coming together. They're also going to be entitled to the couples evening, and they're also going to be entitled to the couples evening. And the Valentine's Day treat as well. Now, the next one, which is the annual platinum, is 500,000 naira. An individual can decide to take on that. Otherwise, 20 persons can come together. 20 persons can come together to buy this plan, and that means they're just paying 25,000 naira really per annum. And what do they stand to gain? They stand to gain the cultural and educational programs, all cultural and educational programs, tour of the museums, language classes, cookery classes, certain vocational classes, interest-based breakout sessions, 5 public holiday treats, including 2 comedy nights. Then they also stand to gain the couples evening, Valentine's Day treats, and end of year treats. So with 25,000 naira, if 20 people are pulling together to pay this 500,000 naira per annum, they get all this, they're entitled to all these benefits. The last one, but not the least, is the annual executive membership. Organizations or groups of not more than 30 persons can actually subscribe to this. So invariably, they're actually paying 30,000 per person, about 33,000 or 33,000 or so per person for 30 people. And what do they stand to gain from all this? From with their 33,000 naira, which is like just less than 4,000 naira. About just 3,000, less than even 3,000 naira per month. What do they stand to gain? They stand to gain the cultural and educational programs of the museums. They stand to gain the tour of the national museums. I mean, if we have to travel from our places to the museums physically to take these tours, we would know how much we're going to spend per trip. So this one is a museum tour per month. So, and with all these other programs, we have the cookery classes, we have the vocational classes, we have 6 public holiday treats. We have 3 comedy nights for this set of people. We have couples evening. We have Valentine's Day treats. We have end of the year treats. And we have free end of year souvenir to be delivered right to them in their homes for being good patrons of the museums. And this is the highest, really. Like I said, it's 1 million per person. Or if 30 people pull together, they are just going to pay about 33,000 naira. So we can see that we are actually, I mean, these programs are actually valued for your money. Whatever you pay, it's value for your money. Even at 2,000 naira, which is the basic membership plan. I mean, like we said, you're going to be entitled to all the museum tours that we're going to hold. This year, I think we're only going to have 10 museum tours, 1 every month. Meanwhile, next year, we're likely to have 12 museum tours. And we have about 52 museums in Nigeria. So within 3-4 years, you're going to actually go around the tour of all the Nigerian museums. National museums, sorry, all the Nigerian national museums. So at 2,000 naira, doing that, I think it's a lot of advantage for everyone to key into. Now let's go back to the home page, and we're going to see the calendar once again. After that, we will just go move swiftly to the donation page. Now, to get to the calendar, all I just need to do is to go from here, and it moves me straight to the calendar. Today is this is what we're doing today. That is the welcome evening. If I click on it, I'm going to see members welcome evening, 5 to 7 o'clock, and it is an online event which is free for everybody to attend. This particular one is free, and this is actually the last free event that we're going to have before we start taking on the paid for events. Now, every month, we're going to have this event. There's going to be, like I said, there's going to be the tour of the museums, and let me just go back again to it. We're going to have the tour of the museums. This was December. We're going to have the tour of the museums every month. Next week, which is the 15th of January, is going to be the tour of the CM Museum. Now, the way the programs are scheduled, we understand that students go to school on Fridays, and it's usually about one of their easiest days of the month, of the week. So the classes, the tours of the museums, we have them scheduled 11:30 a.m. for students, for schools. So schools that wish to key into this could just let us know, and then we have their tour scheduled for them, done for them on Fridays. For schools who want another day, we're also open to that. We're also open to groups who want this program done for them from the comfort of their spaces. We could do that for them. They just need to contact us and say, okay, I want a tour of a CM museum, and we ask you how many people are coming. We give you your bill. You can be very sure that your bill is going to be the cheapest. It's almost going to be the cheapest, if not the cheapest, you will find in the country for visiting a museum virtually. Now, the way we did it is that the live virtual tours of the museum take place on Fridays. The recorded virtual programs will be taking place on Saturdays. This is also because we understand that a lot of people might be working, apart from schools that are on Fridays, they might be working, and they need also to avail of this. So the Saturday programs are actually coming up by 5 p.m. on Saturdays, and they are the recorded versions of the live programs of Friday. So you're not losing out on anything. The way we've designed our programs, they are designed in a way that the programs take place on Friday, the live programs take place on Fridays, any of programs that we have, and then it will be recorded again on it will be recorded to be showed again on Saturday. So you're not losing anything. And when it's being showed on Saturday, you always have somebody on ground to guide you through the program. Now, this is every month you have a tour of the National Museum for those who sign up for the basic program. The vocational training will also come up, but unfortunately the vocational training comes up under the from 10,000 and above plan. So for instance, on the 22nd of January this year, we're going to have the fish farming vocational training meant for people who are interested in learning more about fish farming. Who are interested in learning more about fish farming. Now, after that, we have the what we call the cultural programs. The cultural programs come in different ways. The next one is the making of amala, for instance, which is the Yoruba delicacy. We have the nsala soup also coming up another month. We have another one for the tuwo shinkafa and all that. We also have other cultural programs, which include the fashion through the decades. Now, this will also come up every month. We have sent out some of this our calendar to people to know exactly what we have on our calendar, but you can be sure that every month you will have a tour of a national museum, you're going to have a vocational training, you're going to have a cultural program, and then you're going to have a museum education. The museum education borders on things like the Nok culture, the Ife culture, the Igbo traditional arts, the Ife traditional arts, the Nok culture, and all that. These have been scheduled in all this, in the calendar of events. Now, if you already subscribe as a member, you do not need to register again through the calendar. We will send to you your calendar based on your membership type. We will send to you your 12 months calendar. The calendars that we have here, the events that we have here are really for people who are not members. Maybe they just want to attend a one-off program. Maybe somebody just heard that, oh, they are making, today is wig making, or this week is wig making, and the person just wants to subscribe to it. The person can subscribe to it. But I would say, or maybe the person heard that there is a tour of Benin Museum, and the person wants to be part of the tour of Benin Museum. Such person can just subscribe to this if the person does not want to be a member. But I'll say that it's cheaper to be a member. Look, if you look at our membership plan, I mean, with 2,000 naira for the year, you can go to ACM Museum, attend the program for ACM Museum, for Benin Museum, for Owo Museum, for Ife Museum. Why would one now want to just pay 2,000 naira only for one museum when you can pay the 2,000 naira for all the museums every month in the year, and become a member of the virtual friends of the National Museum? Another thing so we can see, I mean, the way we have made this, we're making it friendly for everybody who wants to be member, to rather become a member than apply for, than subscribe to only one program. Some of these programs, like the vocational programs, the fish farming, each one of them is going for 5,000 naira. When if you subscribe to this membership program as a couple, each person is also paying 5,000 naira, and you'll be entitled to all these programs under the plan. So I rather say it's better for people to subscribe as members, and you from time to time will begin to start giving discounts to members. Even in our shop, we have the shop. I was clicking on the one page. We have the shop also for the museum. The museum now is going like every other museum around the world. We have our shop. Nigerian National Museums now have our shop. You can place your orders. Rather than asking, oh, how do I get the t-shirt for Lagos Museum, for ACM Museum, for Benin Museum, for our museum? You just need to come to this platform. And everything is secure payment. It's international payments are accepted here. We use the Paystack secure payment. So any payment you're about to make takes you straight to Paystack, and Paystack does the rest of the transaction. So it is highly secure. Now, another thing that we want to plead with, now on this shop, for instance, we have the museum apron and the kitchen, the pot holders and all that, the meeting, sorry, and the pot holder. We have the t-shirt, we have the mug, we have pen, we have even hats, the summer hat. We have the summer hat.
Not just past my almost fitted.
We have the summer hat as well. We have the face cap, and each of these face cap can either come as with a logo. I mean, with the museum that you want. You can, if you want to order, it will tell us the museum that you want, the name of the museum that you want, so that when it is printed, it comes out in the name of the museum. If you're having a party, for instance, and you just want people to identify with the national museums, to know that, I mean, you love what the Nigerian National Museums are doing, you can place all these orders in bulk, and we'll be happy to deliver to you, to your doorstep. We also have the face mask that is there. You can always customize it. We've been able to set up the sale in a way that you can customize them. Let me just take us through this cap, for instance. So if I want to buy this adult cap, which is going for 4,500 Naira, it tells me here that these are the variants of colors available. And it says, choose a face cap. I say, is it the one with NCMM logo, or is it the one with Benin bronze artifact? So you choose one. It's either this particular one comes either with the NCMM logo or with the Benin bronze artifact. So if I choose the NCMM logo, it means that when they are printing it out, it's going to come in that with the NCMM logo. I can also choose if it is the red one that I want. So the red one is ticked, is this. And then it said, which museum would you like to have its picture on your cap? So this is optional, but you can write it. So if, for instance, I want a ACM museum, I just write a ACM museum on it. And it asks again, what would you like engraved on the cap? In case you don't want what we wrote, we have here the museum experience. If you want some other thing, you just tell us here. If I want, museums are great. Great. For instance, that is what, and then the quantity is 1. If I want 50, I can write 50 as well. I think it can take at the moment up to 10 or so. So, sorry. Let's say I want 2, and then I add to my cart. And the description is already there: adjustable face cap, 100% cotton, sponge clean. And then I add this to my cart. So my cart is here because I chose 3. The cart is giving me 13,500. So I view my cart, and I'll see all my shipping information and all that already in there. It's already there. Everything that I chose is here: color red, choose face cap with NCMM logo. Which museum would you like to add on? I already wrote a CM museum, it is there. What would you like engraved on the cap? Museums. And I wrote museums are great. So our supply chain, our order is very, very automated. I mean, if you're shipping to Kwara, because it's already 13,500, it says the shipping is free. So all I need to do is just to to check out. And then it takes me straight to the checkout page, which, like I said, is through the pay stack. Because I'm already logged in here, I just need to put my name and everything. I just put, this is a dummy name. The tax is there. The reason why it is free is that I'd already chosen that I want to deliver. I'm going to pick it up. I'm actually going to pick it up. So that is why it says store pickup, which is free, but I have to pay tax on it. And everything is coming to 14,512. And from here, I can just pay my, you see, it says pick up. It says pick up address is the Onikon Stadium. Onikon, sorry. Just a moment, please. Pickup address is Onikon. Please, can we mute our devices? Is Onikon, which is where the Lagos Museum is. So, and we say usually to be ready within 5 business days. So I mean, all these are automated, and you have seamlessly free order process. Very, very easy order process. You don't have to go through a lot of stress to get this done. Anywhere in the world, it is taken care of. If you want us to deliver to you in Europe, it's taken care of. If you want bulk payment, it is taken care of. Now, if I continue with this, it's going to take me to the payment. Now we have the pay stack payment. And if I click on this, yeah, the total is this. And it says continue. So it's going to take me straight to pay stack. And pay stack platform is, it says, place your order. So we just need to wait. This is the checkout, and this is pay stack platform. If I want to pay, you can pay with your card. You can pay. At the moment, I know it accepts debit card anywhere in the world. Debit card is accepted anywhere in the world. You can do bank transfer, you can do transfer in Naira, you can do USSD payment. Rather than doing a bank transfer, if you want to use your USSD and you're in Nigeria, you can do that. If you want to pay with your debit card, this is where you go. It will take any international debit card. So you can use this payment platform for any of our programs, the membership, the purchase of goods, the video rental, they all go through the Paystack platform. Now, okay, so we go back now. Another place that I need I want us all to key into this evening, although that will be handled at some point by the acting director museums, Mr. Gimba, is the donation page. This is a very important one. We have it on this platform, and we're calling on everybody, diasporans, organizations, Nigerians, that the national museums need you. Like I said, Mr. Gimba is going to talk more about this. We accept donations. The reason is that whatever we will all agree with us that the national museums in Nigeria cannot be left alone into the hands of the government. Some of the museums are in deplorable states, and we do not want this to continue. We want our national museums to be the pride of the world. We're looking at a situation whereby we will have students from other countries come into Nigeria, or even by virtual means like we have now, attend our programs on virtual platforms. History students all over the world can now attend our programs on virtual platforms. All they need to do is just to write to the friends of the museum. Our contact informations are all there. They just need to write and say, okay, we want you to schedule a tour of a particular museum for us, and they'll get it at the comfort of their schools, of their theater rooms, of their classrooms, in the university, secondary school, anywhere across the world, across the globe. Now, we say the national museums need you, we accept donations. So if you click on this, or you click on this place that says, please donate here, it takes you straight again to the platform of Paystack. And you can donate. Like I said, Mr. Gimba is the acting director of museums is going to take that. You can donate from 5,000. Yes, it is 5,000 here. But for instance, the little amount, the list that we are expecting from people is 5,000. If you want to donate 100,000, for instance, or let's say 50,000, for instance, all you need to do is to increase this amount here. So if it goes to 10,000, if you increase it to 10 times 5 gives us 50,000. And you say, buy now. Buy now, it takes you straight and says, write your name, your address. The reason why that we need your address, your email address, is for us to be able to thank you for your donation and acknowledge you as one of the friends of the virtual museums, national museums of Nigeria. Your telephone number is also there. I'm not sure if that is compulsory, but if it is compulsory, please just kindly help us fill it in as well. And at the end of the day, when you pick all this, put your name and all that, it says review your pay. Again, it's going to a secure payment plan, which is the Paystack. They handle all the payments. So it is not being handled by anybody, but Paystack, I'm sure most of us know about Paystack. For those of us who do not know about Paystack, we can always Google Paystack and see how credible they are. They are very credible. They accept international payment. They accept local payment. So, with this, I'm sure that before we even end this program, we're going to see a lot of donations coming in. We're going to see people subscribing to the membership of the national museums, to the programs that we have for everybody, irrespective of where you are. It's a virtual program. It comes at your convenience. It comes on Fridays and then comes again on Saturdays. So if you're a member, if you miss Friday, you can attend Saturday class. The Saturday classes are recorded classes, while the Friday classes, 11:30 a.m., are live programs. But of course, there will always be somebody to walk you through the recorded programs as well. So I think with this, I'm going to just, this is all about the presentation for the Virtual Friends of the National Museums. Again, the website, we're going to write it on the chat box, is museumsvirtualfriends.com.ng. museumsvirtualfriends.com.ng. Anybody can access it from anywhere in the world, and you can be part of this program. Like I said, all our children outside the country, our parents, our friends, our fans who are outside the country, within Nigeria, we need this. I've been in Nigeria for as long as 40 more years, staying in Nigeria, and I've not been to up to 3 museums. I've been to Lagos, I've been to the CM Museum. Those are the only 2 museums I can boast of. But everybody now, you can have a virtual tour of a museum, minimum of 10 museums in a year, because we have the tour every year. Hopefully before the end of the program, if time permits, I might still show us the full calendar of the programs that we have. But every month, for those with a basic membership plan, you will be entitled to the tour of a museum. You'll be entitled to a museum educational program. And again, the third one is the cultural program. You may not be entitled to a vocational class, but there is cultural, there is tour of the museum, and there is the museum education program. So I think I just need to stop sharing here and get Mr. Shiju, Prince Shiju Ade, are you still there? to take off from me. You are muted, Prince
Yes,
Shijuade. Okay.
I am here. I'm here with you, madam.
Thank
I am
you.
here with you. Uh, Thank you very much. That was Mrs. Adeshola Oyinloye, the Managing Director of Active Projectile, our partners in this virtual museum project. She has taken her time to give details of how you can become members of this virtual museum platform. And from all she has said so far, it is advisable for each and every one of us to start thinking of activating our membership, which comes in various forms like the basic, the bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and the executive platforms. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will use this opportunity once again to call on each and every one of us to consider registering your membership and using this opportunity to benefit from the services we have to render on this virtual platform. The website, once again, that you can visit to get details about all of this is museumsvirtualfriends.com.ng. museumvirtualfriends.com.ng. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still in the program and time is running out on us. So we will have to move right now to the next item on today's program. It is an art exhibition. It's going to take a few minutes of your time, but I can assure you that you are really going to enjoy it. An art exhibition, ladies and gentlemen, may I use this opportunity to invite Mr. Bolaji Bolahon. Mr. Bolaji Bolahon is to present an art exhibition for our enjoyment. Please stay tuned.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was a wonderful section from Madam there. My name is Revin Bolaji Bolahon. I'm here to take you around a few art exhibition. If I may start with, I have some mural painting that I want to upload for our interest. As you know, mural painting is a piece of artwork painted or applied directly on the wall, ceiling, or permanent surface. I don't know if you're with me, but this is a mural painting where you can exhibit this. Some of us might probably be seeing our children doing some scribbling on the wall. Maybe they are exhibiting a bit of mural painting style. You see them, they anything on the wall. So angry with them, a bit of traits of mural painting. So mural painting, one of the most important things about mural painting is the ability to make use of the space. You know, like when you draw on your paper, you draw on the cardboard, you draw on your canvas. But with mural painting, you have space to play around with. You have space to play around with. You draw as very mighty object or piece of artwork. So quickly, like I promised, I was going to take you around some of the mural painting work that I did. But let me share it on the screen for everybody to see before I take you around some other ones. Sorry, I'm trying to pick it up. Okay. Sorry. Please just give me some time.
Probably while you do that, you might take us through the ones you have on the wall.
Okay. All right.
Some time.
Yes. Right behind me. Right behind me here, I have because most times I'm being inspired by nature. You know, I see the wonderful work that Almighty God actually giving us. We need to start appreciating some of those things. So if you look behind me, I have a duck swimming on a blue river. As you can see, you have this there as the duck. But this is done on the cardboard right now. I've not framed it, but that's just to go to show you a bit of, nature. Then if you look above too, I have three dogs swimming. Like I said, I'm being inspired by some of this things, nature. Then I also have down below me here. Okay, here I have a pony. I don't know if you can see very well. It's a pony, horse like pony. I think I'm ready to take you around the mural painting now. Sorry. Okay. I don't know if you can see it on your screen.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
We're only seeing your screen. We can see your screen, but we can't see your painting, the mural painting.
The mural painting. Okay. So it's try to upload in. Okay. As you can see, that's a primed wall. Like I initially explained that mural painting, what is good about it is that you have time to play around with space. And so before you can start that, the joy of it that the platform you're using must be very smooth, and you need to prime it first. If it's not painted, so you need to prime it, so it makes your work smoother and faster. So that's the primed work. So let me take you to, that's one of the mural painting. That's the penguin. Like I said, I've been inspired by nature. So this work was actually given to me by someone to do, and the person gave me an impression of a relaxed area where he can have friends, relax. So I could picture something about a beach, somebody being a beach. So if you're in the beach, you see lots of animals. You see sea lion, you see penguin, you see a lot. So that inspired me to come up with this drawing. And the next one you can see, that's a sea lion, enjoying himself on the rock. And these are the things you can see. So when he gave me this impression, I think I decided to give him something that can arouse his interest, to feel at home, to feel relaxed that he's in a bar or he's in a beach. So let's go on. That's the environment. Let's move on. Okay, you can see here as a man relaxing under a coconut tree by the seaside. That's the place you can sit down and think about life, get some experience. It's always very important. So that's what I try to give him as well. Okay, you can also see a lady standing on the rock, facing the sea, enjoying the fresh air, the atmosphere. So this is part of the thing that inspired me, nature. So you can see, like I said, you have to play around with space. You can see how big, how I was able to, make use of the space. You can see the woman standing, looking ahead into a forest, enjoying the scenario, the cool scenario of the fresh air. That's a waterfall. I'll try to paint something that, I mean, you can see that's where the environment. You can see a tire. That's the sitting area. You can see it was made with a tire. See, it was a tire. That's the environment I was trying to picture to give him something that will interest him. Let's move on. Okay, I think that's all I can share for now. So, for the ones I have behind me, before I have as a parrot. That's a parrot there. I have the parrot. As I hope you can see that. That's the parrot. That's part of the nature. You know, parrot is one of a bird that exhibits a bit of traits of human beings. It speaks, so it tries to communicate with human beings. So I think that's for now. Then I have here, I try to represent a village. Village painting, where you have a tree, you have houses, and people exhibiting some activities, pounding yam, pulling something out of the basket, you know, coming from the market and from the farm. So that's a little of what we can do today. I hope I've been able to take around a bit of art exhibition this wonderful evening. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to do this.
Okay,
Once again.
Mr.
Gola. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Gola. You may want to tell us what you use for your painting, because those, and then at some point just put up your telephone number on the chat box so that everybody can, in case somebody wants to get in touch with you at some point. So
okay. Yes,
what for now? Just tell us what
material that was used. Yes, basically because it's because of the environment. I actually use oil paint. Oil paint was what I used on the wall. Reason is because the painting was outside, and to avoid easy wash off from water or from rain. So I decided to use oil paint on the wall. Then you know, when you're working with oil paint, you need to have your, I don't know, your top end time, which is kerosene, so that you can easily wash off your paint, your brush. But basically, why oil paint is necessary for mural painting is to make your work easy, to avoid easy wash. It also serve as water resistant. So that's the material used. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Prince Chijuade, are you still there? Can you take the fast fingers now?
Yes, I am right here. I'm right here, and I'm so conscious of time too.
Yes.
Because I realize that the day is already far spent.
Yeah.
I want to know if Mrs. Shola Olaiwola with us in the house. If you are with us in the house, please identify yourself and let us know whether you are with us in the house or not. Right? Mrs. Shola Olaiwola, while we are waiting for her to come up with the fast fingers with recharge cards, here is an aspect of this program where recharge cards are going to be shared to people whoever picks them up, picks the numbers quickly enough, they have the recharge cards free of charge, courtesy of this platform. Mrs. Olaiwola is expected to present that. But while we are waiting for her to get prepared, I can use this opportunity to call on the acting director of museums, Malam Abdul Mohammed Gimba, to please present his call for donations for the upgrade of the Nigerian museums. The acting director of museum.
Sorry,
yes, the acting director of museum.
Sorry. Shortly after that will be the virtual tour of the museum, the Slave History Museum. So please let's stay tuned. Shortly after the presentation of the acting director of museums, we're going to have the first hand. I think Mr. Prince Chijuade, you might take that if Mrs. Olaiwola is not around. I've already sent the cards to you. You can take that. And then after the first hand will be the virtual tour of the trades of the Slave History Museum. So please, Mr. Gimba, can you just go ahead with your presentation, please?
Is the video on now? I don't see Marish's video on.
Mr. Gimba, is he still here or we've lost him? Okay, maybe Mr. Prince Chijuade, can you take the first hand, please?
Well, I'm having issues here. I have not received the cards. I've not actually received.
I've sent it to your private chat.
Oh.
You can check.
Not.
Let me send it right away again. Otherwise, I'll take it. If you can't get it, then I'll take it again. I'll take it. I'm sending it again to you.
Okay.
Have you seen it on your private chat?
Okay. Yes. I think I have 3 cards here with me, right?
Yes.
Yes. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now here we have the first hands with recharge cards. And as I told you earlier on, we have, for those of you who make use of the
Sorry, we're losing you.
MTN network, you get your phones ready, you have your fingers on your keyboard, and I am going to reel out some numbers of cards here. Whoever picks them first gets the airtime free of charge, and this is coming courtesy of this platform, the virtual Nigerian National Museum Welcome Evening. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready, I am ready, and I am going to dictate the numbers to you. Way. Off I go. MT 751-41030. A second MTN number 6519-1711-1141-11.
I think you're breaking. We couldn't really hear you.
5.
You were breaking, Prince Chijuade, you were breaking. Sorry, Prince Chijuade, you were breaking.
I think that is as a result of.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, can you go ahead? We didn't hear you at all. So maybe you take them one at a time slowly.
If it is taken slowly, everybody will get it.
Okay, go
It's
ahead
all right.
then.
Now
Yeah.
I take it again. MTN recharge card 0695 8007 3751 41030. I take that again. 0695 8007 3751 41030. Another MTN recharge 6519 1711 1141 11225. I take it again. 6519 1711 1141 11225.
Somebody got the
one.
first one. Somebody already got the first one. One Miss Ayo. She said she got the first one. It's 500 naira card. Miss Ayo got the first one. So we would have to speak with her
Okay,
later.
that's good. Congratulations, Miss Ayo.
Can you do the second
Yeah,
one?
Miss Ayo, congratulations to you. I've taken
The second one. Somebody got the second
one already. Okay, I repeat the second. Another one.
Somebody got the second one also.
Somebody has gotten the second one.
Gbenga Ajayi.
Okay, congratulations to Gbenga Ajayi. Now I take the glow number. Glow 82448 35635 45566. I take it again. 82448 35635 45566. I hope somebody has gotten that too. Has anybody got the last one, the glow number?
I don't think
I take it again, the glow number.
Take it again, yes.
Yes, I take the glow number again for the last.
Somebody got the glow number. Mr. Dapo.
Somebody, okay. Somebody got the glow number.
Excellent.
And who is that? And who got the glow number?
Mayokun.
Mayokun.
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations to you, Mayokun, for being the winner.
Yeah. Mr. Gimba is here now to make his presentation. Mr. Gimba.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, and after you will take the virtual tour of the Slave History Museum.
Yes, right away. We take the virtual tour of the Slave History Museum, after which the acting director of museums, Malam Abdul Muhammad Gimba, will now, I think he should come on. He should come on first. For donations.
Sorry, I think Mr. Gimba, come on. Sorry, Mr. Gimba, please, can you come on first? And okay. We take the tour of the Slave History Museum afterwards.
All right. All right, can you hear me?
So let's go.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Okay, call for donations, fundraising, and collaboration is not peculiar to National Commission for Museums and Monuments Nigeria alone. I think it is something that is global.
Donations.
Can you hear me? Hello?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Now you are muted. Please, you need to unmute now.
It is network. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I say call for donation, fundraising, and collaboration is not peculiar to National Commission for Museums and Monuments alone. The reason why we are calling for donations is because the government of Nigeria, represented by National Commission for Museums and Monuments, cannot go it alone. We have 52 museums across Nigeria, and all of them need attention. And the federal government cannot give attention to all of them at the same time. Like I said last Saturday, it is a thing of budgets. And most of the time, sometimes the federal government capture 5 or less than 5 museums every year. So if we said we are going to be doing that, some of our museums, sincerely speaking, would be in serious jeopardy. So that is why we are calling for donation. Because as you know, the museum is the cultural central bank of Nigeria that need the help of everyone. In fact, Mrs. Ndu has said it, that you can start by giving 5,000, 10,000, etc. But there is the aspect of collaboration. You can decide to come and say you are going to take one of the projects. Like some organizations have started, they have taken that of Bauchi already. And that is why we now say we are giving for this year, 1 each in the geopolitical zones of Nigeria. So that if you are from there or you are not from there, you can decide to pick and upgrade or any other thing that you want to do for the museum. You understand? And some of these museums, I will remind you, the one from the southeast, we said National Museum Akure. The one from southeast is National Museum Enugu. The one from southwest is National Museum Akure. The one from north central is National Museum Ese. Like that of even Ese, you can see there is this pathways that run across the open air gallery. It's in serious bad shape. And the poles that carry the electricity cables are in serious bad shape too. So you can come on your own and decide to say, instead of giving maybe 5,000, 10,000 naira, you want to carry out that project. What you need to do is to write to the Director General so that we give you the budget that would do that very particular project. Like Enugu, they just wrote recently that most of their things are in serious bad shapes with photographs. So you can decide to come there. But if you cannot do that, whatever we get from the 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, if it can take care of one of the museums, we do it, then next year we carry another museums. So let me continue. That of Northwest is National Museum Katsina, and that of North East is National Museum Adamawa, Yola, and that of, I have called the 6 now. You understand? So with your 10,000, we'll be able to do something for this museum. Sincerely speaking, most of them are in a terrible state. That is why we are calling for these donations. I can see the tourism practitioners of Nigeria in this platform this evening. I think they have come to say they are going to help us, you understand, to write some of the banks, etc., to come to the aid of the commission. If they do that, it will be a welcome development. Sincerely speaking, we need to support the Nigerian government. They are doing their best through National Commission for Museums and Monuments, but we cannot leave everything to the government. That is why we are calling for this donation. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
I doubt whether he's on this platform at the moment.
Well, we need to now take the museum riddles. Will the director of museum take that for us while we wait for this for the video to come?
Are we together, Mrs. Undu?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
All right, all right. So let me ask a question. In the conservation terrain, we have two types of conservation. One, according to professional, is better than the other one. Which one do you think is better than the other one and why? Hello, can I repeat the question again?
Yes, go ahead, please.
I say in the conservation terrain, we have two types of conservation. And professionally, one is better than the other. Which one do you think is better and why?
Hello, can I? I think we have preventive and curative conservation. And preventive is better than curative.
Why? Why? You have not answered that question.
Okay.
Why?
Preventive is better in the sense that you are trying to use the conservation techniques to prevent or to stop the object from deteriorating. So that is why it's called preventive, taking necessary precaution before the object begins to deteriorate. One is safe.
That is correct. That is very, very correct. Thank you very much. And another question. During the period of overcrowding in the museum, during the period of overcrowding in the museum, certain measures are taken in order not to damage collections in the museum. What is these measures? I said during the period of overcrowding in the museum, certain measures are being taken in order to prevent damage of museum collection in the gallery. Professionally, what is this measure? I will repeat again. I said during the period of overcrowding, certain measures are being taken to prevent our collection from being damaged while in the gallery. What is the professional name of this measure?
Is it conservation?
No, it's not on conservation, it's a general thing. I said during the period of overcrowding, what I mean is most of the time school children visit the museum in large numbers. You understand? Yes. Groups visit the museum in large numbers. There are certain measures being taken so that they don't damage museum collection while in the exhibit in the gallery. What is the name of this measure?
Maybe you tell us, since time is going.
We call it density limiting measures for public security. And why this thing is referred to as that is, sometimes your gallery cannot take more than 20 people. You understand? And if you have a group visit of 100, you cannot take all of them inside the gallery. So you divide them into 2020 and now assign an education officer to take them around. That is what we call ICOM, called density limiting measures for public security. Now, in collection management, what is expected of a professional in collection management? I say, what do you think is expected of a professional in collection management?
My name is Aribido Adeniyi. As a professional in collection management.
You answered the last question. Wait, are you the one that answered the last question?
Yes, I'm the one.
No, why should you allow another person to answer, please?
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. Okay, sir.
If you cannot get another person, then you can come in. Nobody? Okay, can you come in? Come in.
Okay, as a professional in collection management,
Yes.
it is necessary for us when collecting an object, you take the history or the provenance of the object, you tag the object, that's which is labeling, and you give a description of the object at the point of collection because
That
they
is
are vital.
excuse me, you are only trying to explain one aspect, which is
Yeah.
the documentation aspect. I said
Yeah.
general collection management. What is it? I'm not saying you should describe it. There are three things involved. You have started describing only one, documentation.
Okay.
I didn't say you should explain them, just list the three. What is expected when you are going to do collection management in the museum?
Maybe because of the time, can you give us the clue so that I can show the video?
So the three things are involved. The first one is security or protection. The second one is documentation, and the third one is conservation. Thank you very much, Mrs. Ndu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gimba, the Acting Director of Museums. You really took us on. That shows you are a man of the authority in that field. Thank you very much. So we'll now proceed again to show the video of the museum. Sorry, let me just make sure I put this on. It's on at the background. Just a moment, please. Just a moment. I'm sure you're all seeing this, but let me just go back to it. Okay. Okay, so.
You're welcome to the State History Museum. My name is Joseph. Well, what we have within the galleries of the State History Museums are relics of slave trade. There are stories of slavery, how people were captured from their different locations and taken to the New World as slaves. So these food that were taken away were packed in a ship.
You can't see the video.
Oh, you can't see the video?
No, we're only seeing your desktop.
Oh dear, sorry. I thought I was, just a moment. Let me stop sharing so you can, I can come back again. Yeah.
And then we also have some of the goods on some of the ships that were taken along by the slaves. Once you arrive, this food was sold. So you get them the process of so many of the slaves that were lost to the ocean. So what
sorry, just a moment. I'm actually.
Well, after.
I wonder why this is not coming up. Just a moment, please. Sorry. While I get that ready, I think I'll just quickly move through this, the calendar that I talked about, and then we'll eventually still share the video. Sorry. Now, we were talking about the programs that we had before. We have what we call the tours of the museums. This is it, and these are the calendar. This is the calendar for 2021. We have the tour of the museums coming up every weekend. We have the vocation. Now, the vocations are the ones in green. And like I said, the vocational classes, they are for the bronze membership. And that includes sewing, makeup, baking, pastries, poultry, fish farming, ed tech, web design, and the rest of it. So those ones are under the bronze membership. Now, the making of, this one is the cultural programs, and that include making of gari, insala, amala, ewedu, the making of tuwo shinkafa, the Yoruba conversational language. Those are 2 sessions. Igbo, conversational languages. At least we just want our children to be able to say Ekaro, Dalu, and Hausa as well. All the conversational languages that they need to even move on a day-to-day basis. They don't need to know the grammar, the semantics, the syntax and all that, but at least let them be able to say good morning, greet in Igbo, greet in Yoruba, greet in Hausa and all that. So that forms part of the basic membership plan. And also, we also have fashion through the decades as part of it. We have the African folklores, that's coming up in November. And then we have feedbacks from members, that will be in December. That's the, what's it called now? The educational part of the program. We also have the museums education, which is here at the last one. It talks about the traditional art, Ife. Okay, now we start next month with the Nok traditional arts, then we go to Ife traditional arts, we go to the Igboku traditional arts, we have the definition of arts, type of arts, craft and types of craft. We have beadworks, we have modeling with paper mache. We have, and then a review of all the museum arts and crafts. So like we said before, it just makes sense to subscribe to the annual. Noticing is each time I want to share the screen, it tells me.
It tells you what?
I see something like a dot, and then I can't see the yeah. But I'm surprised if you're seeing my can you see the screen now?
Yes, it's playing now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We can see it now.
Thank you for your patience. Sorry about that. So
Players also felt like that. They were allowed to do all their activities there. Related there, educated there. Journey lasted 6 months in the ocean, depending on wherever they were taken to. As a result of this, over 50% of these things will not make the journey. Some were thrown into the ocean. And then we also have some of the goods on top of the ship that were taken alongside this place. Once they arrived, this wood was sold. So you get the product of so many of these things that were lost in the ocean. So what were African reaction to this? Well, Africans actually, especially some of those slaves, were not happy. But you know, slavery are people without freedom. So even in this particular movement, so many of them revolted against their masters to show that they were not happy. Okay, you're also welcome here. This is the second part of this gallery, which is referred to as the Dark Age. It is referred to as the Dark Age because slavery existed in those areas, in those days referred to as the Dark Era. So the cell which we are now is referred to as the branding. So this is exactly how slaves were branded. They had to use hot objects and fire to give them marks of identification. This was purely man inhumanity to man and so barbaric. So what was the importance of this brand to the slave masters? So the importance was to identify who owns the slave. And for instance, if a slave escaped, he would properly be identified by its owner. The first showcase here were objects that were used as medium of exchange, refers to as manillas. So as you can see, there were various manillas. Manillas were ornament. So in those days, once these manillas were given to them, they accepted them and then gave the human being for exchange. So we can see various of them, see various manillas, wooden gin in bottle, wooden mirror, and so on and so forth. How were these manillas preserved by the local Africans? Well, so many of these manillas were kept within their homes. Some of them had to keep them to show their wealth, put them in their boxes. Some were docked and put in the ground. They lasted for quite some years. Last showcase here are objects that we use for medium of exchange, popularly referred to as manillas. So you can see various of these manillas. See manillas, bangle, brass anklets, copper rail. Some of them came with gin bottle for exchange. Others saw their reflections in the wooden mirror, and they were so happy to exchange human beings for these objects. So how were these marinas preserved by the Africans with their battle slave trade? When the Africans had so many of these manillas, they were seen as ornaments, they were kept as wealth. Some of them kept them within their homes. Some were kept within their boxes, some docked, some and kept into the ground. And these manillas actually lasted for decades and years.
Okay. So what we've just, what we've just seen is, what we've just seen is a video of the slave history in Calabar. It was actually established in 2007 by Governor Donald Duke, and it's about the theme of the injustice to man by man. These are the kind of things that we intend to be showing and also explain to participants that will be at the program. We can see the curator Calabar, is he here this evening? Curator Calabar is supposed to actually be here to also put us through some of these questions. If he's not here, then we will have Mr. Gimba, who would have to take on some of the questions people might have on this video. Now, the first part of it was the part where we have the ship conveying the slaves. We can see the way they were packed, jam-packed. Some, the head will be on this side, the other ones, the leg will be on this side, just to make sure that they fit into the ship. And of course, the second part where they have the manillas are what they use in exchange. We had mirrors, we had gin. You can imagine exchanging human beings for gin. These are the kind of things that we really need to know. We really need to tell our history. Let people know where we're coming from and how we got to where we are today. The culture, everything went with the slave, and we can see even where they were branding them. Branding means giving them marks so that if they run away, when they're selling them as well, they will know who they're selling them to. Just the way we brand our goats, our sheep these days. So we kind of, we have seen where they brand them, and they don't just brand them with anything. They put hot iron to write names or whatever on them so that they can be identified. So these are the kind of things that we tend to be showing on this platform. It's supposed to be 2 hours program. The tour of that museum is a 2 hours program that will show live. That will show live the museum from the beginning to the end. What we just did was a little recap because of the time today, and this was just a 3-minute program. And I'm sure even with the 3-minute video, we've been able to learn so much. Our children that don't know what manillas are, now they know that some time ago, human beings were exchanged for what they call manillas. Manillas are gin, ornaments, anything that could be, including mirror. Anything that could be used to exchange human beings. So I am sure that with this and many more tours that we have, like I said, the tours are 2 hours tours with the curators that would tell us what each part of the museum is. Next Friday is Friday and Saturday, we have the ACM Museum tours. They're on the calendar, so we can always go through it. But like I said, it's very important that we subscribe to membership. That will be easy for everybody. So I think now I will leave us to Mr. Do we have any question on the video? And Mr. Gimba is around to answer the question for us.
My hand has been up for a moment. I have a question, please.
Please go ahead.
Okay, my name is Aribido Adeni. I'm looking at the concept of the home page of this project, and vis-a-vis looking at the definition of the museum. We look at when a member subscribes, and we should be mindful of the category of membership that subscribe. People in the academics are definitely going to be part of the members, and the students, just as you mentioned in your presentation, students in the university and this thing. But looking at the home page, I think there should be a colon, a space, or a link whereby some of our ongoing researches, because research contributes to knowledge, because there may be an ongoing research that you're contributing to the knowledge in that field. There are members that are in the academics. They may not necessarily be interested. The objects and the monuments and side which we are projecting in the project is a welcome event. But the people in the academics or researchers, there should be where they can have sketchy information about some ongoing projects, what the research has been done, or what is ongoing in the commission as well.
Okay, that's actually well noted for research. However, if we have, that will be done almost, before the end of next week, maybe by before midweek, if not by Monday, we will get that done immediately. As soon as we have information on that from the research, that will be education department, from their research section of their education department.
We have a research department, research planning and publication department, and they can do that in collaboration with the educational service and training.
I think let me come here, Mrs. Ndu.
Yes, sir.
Can I come?
Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, the young Ango, I think what he asks is okay, but this platform is not for that, because some of our objects have been digitized, you understand, by some other organizations. Okay. Like we have one now that is going into that, so that if you are a researcher, you can go direct. But this very particular platform is for friends of the museum. You understand? We know the schools can be friends of the museum. The school that normally go to tour museum can join this very particular platform. But if you want to undergo real research, you go to our digitized platform, and we have collaborating with, like we are collaborating with Active Projector on this very particular visual friends of the museum.
Okay. So what we could actually do in that regard is, since there might be people that will ask that question, we could actually put a page on the website and say, for research and whatever, research and other inquiries, please refer to so and so.
Yes, that would be very good. That will be done in the near future. You understand? Yeah. Because we cannot bring everything in here. This one is for museum friends. so that they can enjoy themselves, the way they can visit the museum weekend, etc., etc. And this aspect of entertainment,
Yeah.
that is what this very particular platform is all about.
That's fine. I mean, it's okay. It's part of the feedback that we needed to get from the participants this evening, which is the last part of it. Do we have any questions more on the presentations, on what we expect from the participants? Do we have people who want to give us more insight into what we are doing? And if you have questions as well, please go ahead. And somebody is asking, what is your backdrop, Mrs. Undu? Is it a Sia Ludun and the sculptures? Yeah, this is the Sia Museum. A Sia Museum houses about 1,000 soap images. About 1,000 soap images, and these are some of them that you see at as my backdrop. It's the oldest museum in Nigeria, the first national museum in Nigeria. And that is where that's what you have at the back of it. ACM Museum is the next tour we're having next week, but it's going to be only for those who subscribe as to the membership plans. So if you subscribe to a membership plan, you can be sure that next week you have 2 hours, 2 good hours of just of the ASEA National Museum. So that's ASEA Museum you have behind me. And somebody
Thank you.
also asking a question. Mr. Gimba, you may actually answer this. The person says, how do NCMM source for the museum artifacts?
Yes, that is talking of acquisition. You understand? We have several ways we source for artifacts. And the first one is excavation. We have professionals in the research department that go to excavate, like the archaeologists. Then we have ethnographic research. We equally have ethnographers that go to communities, rural communities, discuss with them. In that process, they get artifacts back. We purchase. That is, we have licensed vendors or who are members of Antiquity Rescuers Association of Nigeria, because we don't have enough staff to go all the nook and cranny of our community to collect objects. So we register them, they go, they acquire objects from the community, bring it to the commission, and the commission compensates them. We can also, we acquire object also through transfers, through loans, through bequest, etc., etc. If we say we are going to pick them and explain one after the other, we will not leave this place today. Seashore, we also acquire through Seashore. There is now a memorandum of understanding between countries. All of them now are abiding by the UNESCO 1971 law, you understand? So that by the time somebody is illicitly trafficking our object to any country in the world, they seize the object and return it back to Nigeria. So did you get the answer to the last question I gave? Did you get the answer to the last question I gave?
Which question was that?
The one that asked, how do we source for objects?
No, we lost you at some point. So please repeat that and also answer what Manilas are for.
Okay. And if you are talking of Manila, what we use for trade in those days, they are just like money, this Naira that we're having in those days. We use some part use Manilas, some part use cowries, etc., etc. I'm very sure some of you were not born in those days. Even me, I was not born in those days to see when they use Manila cowries as our currency then. But for the sourcing, that is why I say acquisition of objects. I say we have several ways the museum acquire objects. The first way is through excavation. And we say we have a department, this Department of Research Planning and Publication. They have archaeologists there. Sometimes they go to the bush and excavate objects and bring to the museum. Then we have ethnographers in the same department, and they go to communities to carry out research. And in the process of carrying out this research, they bring objects back to the museum. Then we have what we call museum vendors. They are licensees. They are given license to go to community to collect objects for the museum. And when they go there, they bring objects to the museum and we compensate them. We don't pay because our objects are priceless. What we do is we compensate them because we don't have enough staff to go all nook and crannies of this community to collect. That's why we give that responsibility to our vendors. And they are members of an association we call Antiquity Rescuers Association of Nigeria. We can equally loan objects, you understand? And we collect objects through bequests. We also collect objects through seizure. And that seizure, there is this 1971 UNESCO Convention that agreed that any country that they are illicitly trafficking its collections can be seized by the other country. And they have started at least using the law now. Some of I think we have about 100 collections that were brought back to Nigeria. Even recently, there is an Ife object that was brought back to Nigeria that was seized from Canada, etc., by the Canadian customs, etc., etc. So we have several ways of getting our collection, but the most important one is purchase. You understand? Because we buy collections from vendors, because we have given them license, they go all out to get this collection, but we compensate them. We don't pay them. Sorry, I'm very sorry to say we don't pay them because some of them think we pay them. It is an assignment that that everybody in Nigeria should carry out. And sometimes donation. If you have objects and you feel you cannot keep it, you can donate it to the museum because the museum is where that assignment, that responsibility of acquisition and safeguarding is. You understand? We have the environment to keep the object. It's not everybody that can keep object. Let us be very sincere. Because when we talk of like now I asked a question on the two aspects of conservation, that is the preventive and curative. The preventive, you have to create an enabling environment so that the object will not be infected. And we have specialists, conservators, that even if the object is infected, they will care for the object. They are just like the doctors. We are doctors of collections. Like we have the medical doctors for human being, and we have the vet doctors for animal, etc., etc. So these are several ways we source for objects in the museums. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that brilliant answer to my questions.
Thank you. You are welcome.
And thank you, sir, for asking that question. Thank you. We have a few questions here again. Somebody is asking, Ahmed Babatunde, once we subscribe for the 1-year membership, can we visit the rent video and watch, or do we need to pay for it separately? Yes, to rent the video, it has nothing to do with the membership. The membership is only for the tours of the museums. And we have highlighted, we have about 10 tours this year already in the calendar. So you don't need to, if you subscribe to the membership, you don't need to subscribe to the programs. Now, but if you want to rent a video, like I said, the video will be with you for 48 hours. You can rent that irrespective of the fact that you are a member. In future, we'll see how we can give discounts to members on anything that you purchase online, either the video or you purchase an item for online for yourself. We'll see how we can give you discounts as members. But membership does not mean that the videos are free. Even if you're a member, you still need to buy the video, purchase the video for 48 hours. It goes back. And if you want to buy it again, you can keep buying as many videos as you want. I think it's 25,000 naira for all the videos for all the videos per month. So for instance, we have about 18 videos now. Rather than buying one video every time, you can subscribe you can pay 25,000 naira and buy all the videos, and it stays with you. I think it's for 1 month. We need to clarify. You will clarify that as you're paying. You see what the conditions and the terms are. Now, somebody is also asking, can one opt out from a particular membership and opt into another one in subsequent year? Yes. The moment you log in, you're going to have your own account, and and the subscriptions are yearly basis, so they are just for the year. Next year, if you like, you can opt into another subscription, into another membership. So for instance, this year, if you start with the basic membership, and you think next year you want to learn poultry, which can only be accommodated from the bronze membership plan, then you next year you pay for bronze membership plan. You're not tied down to a particular membership. And one thing we're doing at the moment, which we hope should come in place by June or the second quarter of 2021, depending on the number of the way people subscribe to the virtual friends of the National Museum, is we are actually collaborating with the Cuseum in the USA. They are digitalizing our membership card. So what that means is that once you're a virtual friend of the museum, you have the membership card. It is virtual, it is digital, and it entitles you to a lot. You don't have to pay for it. It's going to be taken care of from your membership, membership fee that you're paying for. So once you get you subscribe to a membership plan, as long as we have enough number of members, everybody gets the membership card. It's digital, and we're looking at it being used when you even want to go for a physical tour. So for instance, if you subscribe and you get the digital membership card, when you now want to go for a physical tour, maybe of Calabar or Iwo of our museum, that digital card that you have with you we're looking at how it could be used for you to enable you go for physical tours without having to pay anything extra again. So these are things that we are working on, and we hope by maybe towards the end of the first quarter, if we have enough members, we will just migrate everybody straight to the digital membership card. And in that case, all you just need to do is, we're looking at it, we hope it will be possible for you to use the same digital membership card for your physical visits to the museums whenever you need them. Those should be some of the benefits that you need to get besides the being a virtual friend. And somebody says, where one subscribed for 2,000 membership, can he or she still pay for another upcoming program or other membership? Yes, if you want to pay now, it depends on the upcoming program. If the upcoming program is under the bronze and above, then you might need to pay for that particular program. Otherwise, you might need to subscribe to that membership as well. So you need to take a decision. Is it, because it's an annual thing, is it, do I want the basic plan, or do I want the one that has vocation? Do I want the one that has comedy? Do I want the one that has public holiday treats? So you can take that decision. And if you need to migrate to a higher plan, you could contact us and we'll let you know how much you will pay. We might just try to see, okay, you've paid 2,000 naira already for the year, you've not yet you've not yet finished the year, and you want to upgrade to the one that is 20,000 naira, we'll try to see how you can pay just the difference and not have to pay 20,000 naira again. So that is that. How can me see the message? how can we see all the messages on the chat? I can no longer see the telephone numbers you sent. Can you resend? Okay, I'll do that right away. And then there is another there is another person asking another question. I think these are all the questions. Do we have further questions? Let me resend the telephone numbers again. Maybe the person went out of the chat. Maybe there was an internet error or somewhere. So well, I have it again on the chat box. Yes, I have it again on the chat. And we look forward to having as many people as possible subscribe to this. This is the right time, in the cheapest way, to get to understand a lot of our cultures. With all the programs we have, our children in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, schools, organizations. Like we said, if you're an organization and you just want to give a treat to your members, you can always call on us, and we will be happy to give you something tailored to your needs. In the cultural and the educational way, the museum knows best how to do it. So I want to thank you once again this evening. In the absence of further questions, I will hand everybody over again to Prince Shijuade. Prince Shijuade, are you still here? I think we lost Prince Shijuade. Prince Shijuade, are you still here? Okay, he's not here. I'm sure he also lost his connection at some point. That's what we get when it comes to internet and data and all that. Well, we want to thank everybody for being here this evening. We want everyone to please take the news around across the globe. We are reaching out to universities across the globe. We're reaching out to schools. We're reaching out. If you don't have idea of schools that you want us to come to, we'll come to them virtually, in a virtual form. We will come directly to them. We'll tailor the programs they want to meet their needs. So schools, organizations, we have theater practitioners, arts practitioners. Even when people want to get their product out there, in things that are like the arts and all that are related to the museum work, they can also reach out to us, and we would put them on some of the programs. Like I said, the programs start fully, paid for programs will be starting fully next Friday with the tour of the ACM Museum. We will have the curator live to take us through the tours of the ACM Museum. So, and that will continue for other programs as well. So we thank everyone for being here. We thank you for your patience. We thank you for the time you have spent, for your data, your Wi-Fi, everything. We say thank you so much, and we hope to see you another time. Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you very much, Mr. Babatunde Ahmed. Thank you, Mr. Dewale Adeyeye. Thank you. Have a good evening, and see you at the platform next Friday as we go for the ACM Museum live tour. Thank you. Those are subscription. It has to be on for the membership parts, because we don't have any more free sessions for the public this year. Thank you so